All right. Alrighty. Should have some sound now. Finally, had to hit the right button. Okay. All right. I think we're ready now. Got notifications sent out. Let people know that we are streaming right now. Hey, Sean. Thanks for joining, stopping by. Yeah, I saw you called again, but I was out doing some stuff. And unlike most people, I don't have my phone with me all the time, so I missed your call. Robson Day, Pavia Leandro. Hey, thanks for joining me, man. I'm gonna do some volleyball editing real fast. So, how's everybody doing this evening? Hopefully, really good. It's a little loud right there. A little loud on my end. All right. Hope everybody's doing good. Give me just a couple more seconds. We'll see if anybody else wants to join us before we jump into this. I will show you the first video, first image I have on the screen. So yes, we're going to be editing volleyball images tonight. Not going to be using Lightroom. Not tonight. Got some volleyball jobs rolling in. That's always good. Too loud. Doesn't look like it. Shouldn't be too loud. I'm not even peeking in the red. I should be good. If it's too loud, Sean, you're too old. Okay, I made a quick little adjustment. Let me know if it's a little better for you guys. You're not too loud. That's so funny. Oh, I'm not too loud. Oh, okay, perfect. I was going to say, I'm not even peeking in the red. I should be fine right now. Man, you're already asking questions? Gee. Let me tell you what we're doing. We're going to be editing in Windows. Yeah, so you're not too loud. Yeah, I misread that. So I'm editing volleyball photos tonight, and we're going to be using Windows Photo app. Not going to be using Lightroom. Not going to be using Luminar, which, I don't care for Luminar. If you've ever seen my video, I'm not a big fan. I have a Darktable is a new photo app I saw come out. I'm going to be checking that one out probably this week. See how well it works. So what do we got? So we're going to be doing JPEGs tonight. I'm not doing raw images. We're going to do JPEGs straight out of the camera. All these are shot with, my usual go-to, the Sony A7 IV with the Tamron 70-180 lens. I'll show you the settings in a second. Don't worry. They're coming up. So yes, JPEGs. We're editing JPEGs tonight. I know that's like a taboo. You're not supposed to do that, but I'm doing it. Because you will find a lot of professional sports photographers are now shooting a lot of JPEGs because they can get them out, push them out really fast. When they come out looking clear like this, it's pretty easy to edit. Yeah, a lot of people, they don't realize Windows does have a photo editing app. It does a pretty good job too. I'm surprised at how well it does. I do get some issues every once in a while where it will kind of freeze on me for a second, but nothing worse than Luminar. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about Luminar. Anyway. All right, so let's jump into it then. Okay, let's pull this up for you guys so you guys can see the information. Here's your information on this. So it's the ISO 5000. We're looking at 1/1000th of a second for volleyball, f2.8. Now, in some of the images, I did experiment. I went down to, I believe, 1/640th of a second. Because I know some people just getting started, they're still confused on how fast you have to shoot to be able to freeze the action. You'd be surprised how slow in your shutter speed you can actually go to freeze the action. All right, so we got the first image here. Now watch this. I'm going to do this to the image right here. We're going to click this little button. And hopefully it works quickly tonight. And it's probably not going to. So the first one, I'm not going to do any major cropping. I'm just going to bring it in a little bit tighter. Come on, get back down there. All right, now I'm going to go to this little magic wand button. I call it a magic wand. And click the little button there and look at that. We're done. Skin tones look skin tones look pretty darn good, actually. So I can go back. That's how it originally started. So I came in with a little bit of a crop, not much. And yes, I could crop in even tighter, but this one right here, we're just going to do this just real quick to show you what this editing program can do. And I hit that, and there you go. I'm done. What was that, 10 seconds? Edit a photo in about 10 seconds. Just boom, we're done. Now you could go back in, of course, if you want. You can drop you think the red's a little too red, and actually their uniforms were pretty close to looking like that. You could adjust that there if we want to go up this way. And we could drop the highlights a little bit because everybody knows I don't like highlights. I got a little clarity if I want, so I can make it pop even more. All done pretty fast. Her thigh has something on it. I'm not sure where you're talking. Where are we looking at? Where are we looking at? I don't see anything that's camera related. She has a couple bruises. It's volleyball, so they're probably get some bruises on that maybe. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what that is, but it's definitely not in the image though. Yeah, I don't see anything. I mean, I could adjust the skin tones a little more on this one if I really wanted, but it's not horrendous. It's not bad. Yeah, that's her. There's something on her. It's not the image. It's a little spot right there. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, a little bruise. You've seen them, Sean. The volleyball people, man, they slam to the floor so often. All right, so we're going to call that good. I'm just going to save it. So I can move on to the next one. This will be the next shot after that, obviously, which is after the action. We don't really care about this one. So I'm just going to delete that. We'll delete that one. And yeah, you're going to see a lot of images I take before and after their shots because, you always follow and carry through. And you can decide which one you want. Then we can jump through. That's after. Okay, so we can do this now. God, I'm so used to using Lightroom. I want to hit R so I can do some cropping. Yeah, Robson. Yeah, skin tones weren't bad. They could be maybe a little better, but when you're pushing things out fast and you want to, like I said, I look at this from like a business perspective as well. You want to get stuff pushed out as fast as you can, let people know their images, because within 2 nights or so after this game is over, they're going to completely forget that these images were taken and that they're out there. And truthfully, I kind of like this one like this. I wish I wouldn't have cut her foot off. So I'm just going to leave it. Click our little magic button. Let it think about what it's doing for a second. Slowing down a little bit tonight. So even then, we're done. So if you ever decided to use this program, if you do have, Windows programs, and you can go through these JPEGs really fast. If your camera has straight out of the camera JPEGs that look really good. Figgy, what is going on tonight? Thanks for joining us. We're having some fun here. So anyway, see, I think that's good enough. Let's just move on. See what else we got going on here. See, then we got this one. So what I can do then, I've got 2 different images. Actually, I've got that one and that one. So I've got, okay, so we're on that one. Okay, here we go. So this one I just missed, but that's going to happen. Yeah, if I could do a night of the game, I would, but I can't set that up quite yet to do stuff like that. I don't have staffing for it. I don't have the, everything like you have everything set up. It's already down. You've got it down to almost a science. All right, Figgy, thanks for looking. I do appreciate it. So I need to look at something real fast. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Okay, that's working. Just bring a laptop. Man, you think I'm fast like that? You should see how long it takes me to get to a game anymore. I'm so old. Okay, so anyway, this one is a little bit after the shot. So this one's that's a throwaway. Definitely want to keep it. Now, this one's a cool shot here. See what the next one is. So the next one after it is after, so that's no good. Let's go back. Let's do a quick edit of this one. I'll show you guys the settings again real fast. Same ones we had before, ISO 5000, 2.8, 1/1000th of a second. And we are zoomed into 173 millimeters. Write you a check. That would be so nice. I need to figure that out, don't I? Oops, what am I doing here? I probably need to work on that a little more, getting stuff set up. All right, let's get rid of that. Get back to some editing. Maybe. Yeah, it is pretty good up there. I'd probably come in just a little bit tighter. And this, again, this is at 1/1000th of a second, and you still have a little bit of motion blur, which I'm fine with. I don't mind a little motion blur. And again, we'll go over here and let it do its thing. And there we go. Now on this one, I would definitely sure, let's just lower the color just a little bit. There we go. And we just save it real fast. Yeah, the kids I've seen, motion blur, no motion blur, they actually don't really care. They just want to know, am I in the photo? Is that me? Did you get one of me? Hey, Paul, what's going on? Hey, thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate you stopping in. Sean, no, this is not college. This is the local high school. I cover these teams quite a bit because they are just down the road from me about a mile, so I can get to a lot of their stuff. And I'm actually thinking about adding, like JV games and all that stuff into my shooting schedule. That's one I don't like for some reason. The focus is on that player right there. Not sure why on that one. So we'll just move on. I might have been trying to get the emphasis over on this side, and they got in the way. So again, let's just do a quick little edit on this. Crop's fine. Let's just do that. Do a little magic wand and see what it does to it. It's being a tad slow tonight. That's kind of annoying. Yeah, but you can see it's tack sharp. It's looking really good there. Like that. And I took too much out. And again, if I really wanted, I could go in here a little more and I could drop some of the highlights down a little bit. Maybe add a little clarity to make it pop just a little bit more. Sometimes it depends on what your clients want. Some of them like a little more images that really pop and are a little maybe over edited, but start with what you like, and if you get some critiques, then you can go from there. Yeah, I could see you charging a little more for a senior night. That would make sense. Class Marosa Center, that's great. Yeah, and that's the thing. You get down to lower levels and the talent isn't quite as good. The athletes aren't quite as athletic, basically. So you don't get quite some of the shots that you could when you get to the upper levels. And I have shot some college stuff, and you go from high school to college, and there's definitely a difference you can see. No, I'm not doing selective color. I don't like doing selective color. Yes, it's easy. I don't like doing selective color. So stop trying to push me into that. Boop. A little too bright though, I think. So let's drop this down just a little bit here. Let me go up here. I'm going to drop those highlights, which should help immediately. There we go. College is a dead end for you. Is it really? I had some pretty good luck shooting college. I even had some of the coaches contacting me for photos after the game. And some of them would actually get at the end of the year, they'd want photos of some of the kids and they would hand them out, make little plaques and make it look all cool. Yeah, I know you weren't being smart. I'm just giving you a hard time. And again, for anybody just now showing up, I'm using the Windows Photo app itself, and I'm editing JPEG straight out of the camera images. And it should be coming up. Oh, that's 1/1000 still. ISO 5000, you got f2.8. Definitely not the best shot. But let's go ahead and edit it anyway, so we could come in close. And if anybody's interested, this kid back here in the back, show you him in a second. Right back there, that's my intern. That was my intern for this game. He was shooting some behind the scenes video, which I'm working on a volleyball video. So I've got some nice little over the shoulder type shots that I get to show you guys. So not a great shot, like I said. We'll just do a quick edit on this one. Yeah, if you go from the client perspective, yeah, I've got the face. I also have this player over here as well. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to, I think the reds are a little too red on some of these. That's good. We'll move on. But the reason I kind of like using this program sometimes is because it's so quick. I click a couple buttons and I am done within just a few seconds. So like even this one, just go to there. We're on about 10 seconds right now. So what, less than 20 seconds, that image is done. So this image is not the greatest image. There's a couple things about it I like. The player's in focus. We got that. But we also, this is the school she goes to, is Toledo. So we got the boomer. So I have her plus that as well. So it's one that she might be interested in, or maybe her parents might be interested in. And I think a lot of photographers, when they're out there starting, they forget to think about their clients and not just themselves shooting. Now, this isn't an image I would normally keep, but she might like it. Her parents might like it. Like I said, it's not one of my favorites. I want to tone down just a couple little parts there. And let's bring up the exposure just a little bit. We'll save that one real fast. After shot, no good. So that's this one's kind of a borderline shot for me because I cut off part of the ball. But she might like it. Her parents might like it. So I will go ahead and edit this one anyway because it won't take me that long. Shouldn't take me that long. There we go. So I can bring that up a little more, tighten it in just a little bit. You like the scoreboard? That's nice. Good. It can be kind of fun. It kind of adds to the story a little bit. So you wouldn't shoot serves from the side. Give me a good reason why not. And I'll explain why I do it a lot. Now this one I won't use. You can't see her face. It's gone. That's after. I don't really care for that photo. Same with that one. This one, the ball's there. They kind of got in the way, so we're moving on past this one. It's another one I just don't care about. Past that. That one's not any good. This one could have been good. Yeah, I could see him selling more. For me, when I'm shooting, I have obviously the business side in my head, which not only includes sales to the individuals, but if I reach out to newspapers, they kind of like that side shot because you got them. Plus, you have people in the bleachers. You have butts in the seat. So it doesn't look like it's an empty gym. It makes it a little more dynamic that way. And I do shoot other angles as well. Sometimes I can't because I don't have that video. Sometimes it's hard to shoot straight on because where I have to position myself to do that correctly, unless I'm standing up, which I'm not going to do. I have to shoot through the seats where the teams are at, or try and shoot through the scoreboard. So, and there's my intern. He was hanging out with me for a little while. It's like this one. The action's kind of cool, but you can't see any faces. There's nothing really useful in it, so we'll move on. Same with that one. Your face detection might get confused with it. Really? Sounds like that would be a problem. I've never had that problem. Now, there's one thing also to think about. Doesn't work quite as good with these photos, but let me show you something. So you can see it says Myrtle Point on these. That's the name of the high school. Now, you don't have faces. You do have the ball, but you don't have faces. But sometimes that doesn't matter. You might get a school that's interested in using this, like in their if it's a college mainly. They might want to use this in their brochures or something, and they don't care about the faces. They don't want the faces. They just want the backs, Myrtle Point. So another thing to keep in mind. There's lots of things you got to be thinking about. That's a funny one. Not going to use it, though. Surprised the R6 does that. I haven't noticed mine doing that at all. This one, you can't really see her face great, but I like the image, so I'm going to edit it anyway. So I can do that. Hey, Paul, where'd you go? You still hanging out? What do you got going on these days? This one, I kind of like how it's going. Phew. It's got some little lines right there. I like that. Yeah, and again, comes down to your clientele. And I think a lot of sports photographers forget that. They'll be critiquing somebody else's work, but they need to stop and first ask, well, who are your clients? Are you shooting to parents? Are you shooting for school specifically? Are you shooting, the way that you do so you can make the money off of the images right there on site? Because that's a totally different mentality. And I try and encompass everything because I never know for sure who's going to want what. Yeah, the setters move around, but all the ones I've seen in high school, they always set the same side, same direction. Of course, except in this image, she moved. She's usually facing the other direction. So I don't know if this is the setter, though. I have to look that up. think that red's getting a little bit too red though. Let's play with this one a little bit. Let's drop some highlights on that one. Add a little clarity, and boom, we're done. Nice and fast. Yeah, see, there she is. Okay, so so this one, she's not the setter. I didn't think so. This one's a so-so image. I don't care for it a lot. And truthfully, Sean, I probably delete a lot of images that could potentially sell. Like some of these. I just don't like them. Yeah, I care about those either. Hey, that one's out of focus. What happened there? Okay, that's weird. Focused on the net. That's interesting. Huh. All right, anyway, moving along. Yeah, sometimes I can get to the right position where I can get the scoreboard back there, and it adds nicely. Come on. Yep, sometimes it just is out of focus. All right, and this one's going to do this real fast. Yeah, I don't usually worry about the scoreboard too much. But yeah, like say, your clientele is definitely different than what I'm usually going for. No, actually, I'm selling to both teams. You'll see more blue a little bit later. Yeah, for a while, I would only shoot the home team. But then I realized that the newspapers didn't have enough money a lot of times to send a reporter, like over an hour away from their local team playing. So I could hit up the newspapers and say, hey, I've got some images for you. What do you think? So you see, I don't have to do a lot of editing with these right now, which is compared to the last stream I did with Lightroom. Oh, don't worry. I shoot the blue team. You'll see them. Just the way these came out of my camera. I don't care about those. That one I just missed. That one I don't quite care for. Let's move along. Now there's the blue team's coach. Let's see, now we got the blue team. And there we go. There's the blue team. And there's the image. This image here, I actually have video of me behind the scenes shooting over my shoulder when I captured this image. So I knew this one was coming up. This one is a little bit Horizon's Law. Yeah, so what I do, I don't usually call because they usually say, well, they're too busy and they'll call me back. Yeah, I don't believe that. So I'd probably do that with this one right here. And yeah, so I don't actually call them. What I'll do is I'll go online because you can find like all the contact information. You go to a specific newspaper and I'll look for the sports editor as well as the newspaper editor. I will send emails to both of them. Woo. Another cool thing of this program, let me show you real fast. I go back here, I can pick some other presets if I want. Like there's a slate, which is kind of neat looking. Got some rogue vanilla. It's kind of fun. Got some denim. So if you want to add a little different tones, different colors to them. I don't do that too often. Yeah, Sean. So if you need, if you got some local newspapers, just reach out directly to the sports editor as well as the newspaper editor. Contact both of them. Now, there have been times when I've actually, I think I shot a video a few years ago talking about editing and using how to get photo sales with newspapers. And during the video, I went through my process of how I do it, and I had to come back into the video later because I'd heard back from a couple of the newspapers, so I wanted to throw that in there. A lot of times they say no, but hey, doesn't hurt to try. So that's after the fact. Now, I also have behind the scenes video of this one of being shot over my shoulder as I capture this next image you're going to see. That one I don't care about. So I've got that one there, which is kind of fun. That one just misses it. So this one I'll edit because I'll keep this one. Just trying to get in nice and tight. And that one, that's a great shot. I really like this one. I could go, let's go a little tighter and just see what happens. Let's really get in right to there. Yeah, I know some newspapers that, they take some freelance stuff. A lot of them can't even afford a photographer anymore. So it doesn't hurt. I mean, any type of revenue source you can get is always going to be helpful. Like this one, I'm going to spend a little more time with this because I really like it. Love the look on her face. Without. Now, the problem I have with this gym, and it's not showing up on these videos, on these photos, this floor is really yellow. That's a little too much. So it usually bleeds way up into the skin more than it is now. So I'll save that one too. Yeah, that one's kind of fun too. Because she's just missing it. And then I've got that one as well. It's a nice little series. Now see, this is one that's more of, it's almost straight on, a little bit off to the side. But the background is not much to look at. A Rebel and a 75 to 300 to shoot indoors. They're shooting indoors with that. Yeah. But I cut that. Let's do this then. Let's do this. Kind of mess that up a little bit. I remember back in the day, I was shooting indoor sports with a Nikon D70S. ISO would only go to 1600. And the noise that was in that image was just scary. What am I doing here? Drop the shadows. Let me drop the color a little bit. A little more clarity on that one. So let me see something here. We should be getting to the ones. No, still 1/1000th of a second, f2.8, 180 millimeters, 2.5 meg. Interesting. So this image right here, and this one, let me see this here. Okay, never mind, not these ones. Almost identical. Let's get that. $800 speed film. Did you crank it up to like 1600? See if you get a little more light out of it. I used to do stuff like that. Yeah, that's really rough. So I'm going to keep this one. This one's kind of fun too. Let's go ahead and get a little bit tighter on that one. Yeah, we used to push the film a little harder than it should have been, but you had to do what you had to do. Yeah, stop doing that. Okay, that was actually not bad. But again, these are pretty fast edits using the Windows app, photo app. Not idealistic, yeah. I kind of missed the dark room. That was always kind of fun going in there and blindly loading up the little canister thing and then putting it into the bath and getting the negatives out, and then you got to run them through the enlarger. Then you got to put them into all your different chemicals. It's actually kind of fun to watch it come to life right in front of you. There we go. Little chemical bath. Those were the days. This is not a favorite shot of mine, but I'm going to edit this anyway. Ah. Now, see, that one's picking up a lot of floors colors. That's not fun. I don't like that. So let's tone that down a little bit. But in doing so, we're going to have to bump the exposure up a little more. Let's drop some highlights. And that's good to go right there. He sell them to the paper. Yeah, that is kind of ironic. Shot a volleyball game whose mother I shot and published in the newspaper in 1993. Wow. You're getting old, my friend. What's up with that? You have to retire soon. All those millions you've been making selling volleyball images. Again, this one's pulling up the yellow from the floor. So we're going to drop the warmth down a little bit. Then I want to get rid of some highlights because I don't like those highlights. And then we'll just add just a little clarity. And we're done. Come on. I know you make millions. I know you can retire. I got it all invested in all kinds of big stocks like Tesla. You probably funded Tesla, right? Of course, I want to see the 1993 shot. I would show you my earlier ones, but I don't have them. I can't show you any film day type photos. Let's put it that way. It's like this one's just not coming out how I want it to look. Quick save. Interesting. All right. Already got that one. Let's just skip that one. And of course that one. Oop, she got in the way on there. Um, so for these shots, I'm actually shooting between the team bench and the scores table. So that little bit of room that you've got right there. Yeah, I can't see the image, of course. It's not letting you put it in chat, so I'll catch it another time. See, that one, I don't like that one. Yeah, I don't like that one at all. Yeah, the picture of the ref with the boomer over his head, I'll probably save that one. And then I will send it off to the association that takes care of the officials. And I kept trying to get them celebrating, but for some reason they were staying so far separated. I just didn't like everything I was getting. This one's better, so let's do a quick edit. Is that crooked? Ooh, my horizon's off. Wow. Let's fix that real fast. Yeah, he probably is a boomer. Dang old guys. All right. Moving along, spending too much time. They don't hug like they used to. Every once in a while they do, but not like they used to. And I think I've got a couple hugs a little bit later. See, they're getting closer. Then they finally come in, but I just couldn't get the shot I wanted. Can't quite see that one. Don't care for that one. Yeah, so there's the coach, and she knows me. It's always fun when the coach knows you and they actually thank you for coming to the game. Come down. Let's get that one like right there. Can enhance that a little bit. Okay, so this one I want to do something. Want a little more clarity, and I'm going to pump up the color just a little bit on this one. Not a lot. Yeah, that'd be good enough. Got the name on it and everything. Yeah, I shoot those shots as well. And there's one thing that a lot of people don't realize too. When you are in that position between the scores table and the benches, you are actually still on the playing court, to where if you're not careful, you could get hit because the ball is still in play until it touches the floor. Or, obviously somebody's sitting outside the playing area, but. So these ones, I believe these are the ones now. No, not yet. 9.1 megawatts. Huh. Yeah, so the coach, she's part of one of the local tribes, and that's kind of one of their markings that they do. So yeah, when you first see it, it looks kind of strange. You're kind of like, hey, what's going on? Is that a weird tattoo? But yeah, it's part of what they do as a tribe. Yeah. it's just a little too high. Okay, I don't like that one. No, I don't like that one. I'm going to save it like that. I'll fix it later. Luke, Luke, maybe? Oh, I got two of them. All right, so we'll edit both of these real fast. Man, still not a favorite shot of mine, but we'll see what happens with it here. See, that's thing skin tone. I don't like the skin tone. Got a little yellow in it too, doesn't it? Let's do this. Let's drop that down a little bit. I'm gonna get rid of those highlights. A little less tint, a little more clarity, and we're done with that one. All right, I want to move on. What else we got? This is kind of after the action shot, but let's just check out a couple things here. Yeah, it's the Windows Photo app. When I want to get things out really fast, I just shoot JPEG and then, yeah, I don't like that coming in there. I just shoot JPEG and I just throw it into this program. All right, I'm moving on. I don't like those. Then we got her again. So where are the ones? Okay, so like these ones here, I shot at 1/640th of a second. Because you're not supposed to. Not supposed to. So I did it anyway. There's a little blur on the ball, but she's fine. The Windows Photo app, it came with my system, which I built myself actually. So when I installed Windows, it was part of the Windows setup. So yeah, it's got some cool filters on it. You can have a little fun. It's almost like a selective color there in a way, but not quite. Like a Napa. That's kind of nasty looking though. There's an Icarus. Cool Sahara. You got slate going on. Neo kind of takes you back to the day. A little green shading in there. This guy one's got a little bit of bokeh going on. It kind of show the player a little more. Yeah, it's kind of fun. Yeah, 1/640th is definitely sellable. In a lot of sports, it is, yeah. I mean, you try and freeze the action, stay as high as you can with your shutter speed, but sometimes, and you've been there like I have, some of those gymnasiums, you just can't do it. Or if you're shooting out late at night and under like a really terrible lighting on some type of football field or soccer field or lacrosse, it's just miserable. Not much fun. You can just do what you can do. All right. Yeah, normally when I'm doing this, I actually have music going. But can't do that right now because it will be copyright infringement. Get DMCA'd by YouTube and they won't like that. So this should be at 6/40th of a second as well. Yeah. This one's got some really weird colors in it for some reason. Interesting. Now this is one where you can see it's sharp, but it's not quite as sharp as it could be. That's where the 6/40th is kind of coming into play. You can see the motion blur all the way down the arm. But it's not bad. Audiobooks? Really? My music selection has changed over the years. It used to be like 70s rock, classic rock, maybe some heavy metal. I might put on some Rammstein or some baby metal. Lately, I've been kind of hooked on lo-fi. Everybody seems to be into lo-fi, but some of it's really good for editing. It just kind of gets you in a groove, and you just now when you have like 640 images, yeah, kind of helps. See, it's getting there. They're just not quite what I want, though. See, now they're getting closer together. That one's okay. That one's after the fact. We got her again, so this should be at 640. Yeah, another one 6/40th of a second. Still staying at 2.8 ISO at 5,000 though. I don't like all heavy metal, but there is some stuff that I really like. Give me some good Godsmack. That's always a fun one. But I always stick with the classic rock. Give me some Zeppelin. Give me some Queen. You can give me Van Halen with Sammy or David. I'll take either one. Not gonna complain. But yeah, lately lo-fi. I really dig some good lo-fi. That's a terrible edit there. Let's fix that. Need to come up a little bit tighter. Tighter. There we go. Shoot tight, crop tighter, they say. Doesn't always sell though. I'm sorry you don't listen to heavy metal, but I can understand that. I can relate to that. I'm not a big like speed metal or death metal fan though. I don't really care for that, but I think this is a cool shot. You can see I'm positioned along the back wall, kind of looking toward the net. And like any sport, you got to move around a little bit. You can't get stagnant and stay in one spot. Got to move around. All right, so let's do a quick edit on this one. How do you describe lo-fi? It's just some chill, calm beats. This really, just chill is the best way to describe it. Just a nice chill type of music. So maybe kind of like electronic type music. It's just kind of, I would play some for you, but yeah, I can't. At least not here. If I was streaming on Twitch, I could probably get away with it. There's some stream safe type of lo-fi music out there. Some nights you need that lo-fi just to kind of bring you down a little bit and get you centered, get you focused. Let's get some exposure on this one. So I hit the other ones yet? There's some photos I'm looking for because you guys might be interested in them. Getting closer. I've actually shot with a 50 millimeter 1.8 volleyball. I actually shot football with it one time too. That was kind of crazy. Not baseball or softball. A little too far away. But yeah, sometimes those smaller lenses are fun because you're just right onto the prime lenses and you can just snap real fast. No zooming involved. You just get to it. I don't know if YouTube will allow it. I think Twitch does, but I'm not quite certain about YouTube. You know, YouTube, they're kind of strange sometimes. Kind of do their own thing. But it would be fun to have a little music going right now. Nice chill, little chill vibe. Yeah. Not sure why my horizon was off. That's kind of strange. Put that up there a little bit closer, a little bit tighter. Yeah, sometimes you have to use, lenses like that because they have a wider aperture opening for you. So you can let a lot more light in when you're working with gear that's not quite made for low light situations. Yeah. Oops, wrong one. Let's play some shadows on this one. Contrast can't go up because the background's so white. A little clarity on that one. Makes it pop just a little bit more. I could sing for you. I don't know if you'd want me to sing. That'd be could be scary. Then we got the fans. I always got to get some shots of the fans. Hey, Figgy, check out this guy in the white shirt over here next to the guy in the green shirt. Think I know him. Not the guy in the green shirt, the other guy. So this shot, I don't really care because nobody's really celebrating or being excited. So let's move on. The good old bench shot. It's an average shot, nothing exciting. And the other thing, sports photographer, like I said, it's not all about the action. Sometimes it's just about the little moments. Yeah, it's good enough. Yeah, that guy did look a little mean, didn't he, Figgy? All right, so. Oh, I deleted that. I didn't mean to. So I deleted it. Sorry, I already deleted the photo. But the couple before this, she is in focus. This girl walks in front, but the camera still keeps the focus right on her. It never varies. It doesn't go to number one. It stays right there, so I don't miss that shot at all. I was going to show that to you guys, and I got caught thinking about lo-fi, thinking about music. Yeah, I get shots where they're looking at me and they're cheering. I also like those quick, candid shots like that, though. Because a lot of times when I shoot, I also shoot for me. If I'm not shooting for me to have a little fun, then there's no reason to be out there. It's not always about making a couple of dollars off of a sale. And usually every year I'll give myself a goal, kind of a project, a type of shot I want to get. And it's usually more artistic. And I don't think I have one in here. Even my ref shots didn't quite come out how I wanted them to. But that's okay. I do have a good video of those guys cheering. I'll have to show that to you later. Still at 1/1000 f2.8, 180 millimeter. I'm zoomed all the way in. Yeah, she was turned away, so probably didn't catch it because of the face detection. I know it's funny you're not a sports fan, but you shoot sports. Actually, I don't know if you guys know Mike James. He does the Petapixel podcast. He's not a big sports fan either, but he's a really good sports photographer, which is kind of ironic as well. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can get rid of 44. I don't know if I can get rid of her enough, though. Enough to where I'll like it. Now, she's got to be in there a little bit. I can't go all the way over. I can get rid of some of her. That's good enough. That's good enough. We're not spending much time on these tonight. One of these days I'll do a stream where I'll take a little more time and we'll dive deep into colors and we'll kind of really play with stuff. It's like, you know, doing that now. I've got to bump up some exposure. See, I don't really like this photo though. This one I would probably add some noise reduction to it. I think it needs a little bit, but I can't do that with this program, unfortunately. Like that one. She's about to get it. No, that's after the shot. Okay, so I take it back. There is a shot I'm trying to get this year in volleyball, and it happens to be this one, but not this particular shot. One similar to it. So this isn't a great shot, but there's some reason I kind of like it. Especially if I get in here. Just for fun. That's what we're doing, right? Concessions. Oh, have they? All right. So, they give you hot water. Okay, that's cool. It'd be nice that they give you some stuff. So with the concessions going up, will you be located closer to that? Are you close to the concessions when you're doing your stuff to where, while people are just kind of hanging out, waiting for their orders, that they can see your images and then they can go, hey, I want to pick up a couple of images? Or where do you set up at? Or is it just like close to the entrances or the exit or something like that? See, you actually have some fun knowledge that some people I think would probably find interesting and possibly helpful. Say, yeah, start your own YouTube channel. I'll help you do it. I'll charge you a minimal fee. Let's focus on that one. Oh, you don't set up? Okay, I gotcha. So, see, this team here, they actually did huddle up a little bit. Shoot, make the flash drive. The one thing I didn't show you guys, you can do a custom crop. So like this one, I can't get the perfect crop, but I can go to custom over here, right in this little area. And then I can go like this. So I can actually get the size that I want. It may not make a great print, but a lot of people don't worry about the prints. They just want the digital copy anyway. And then you got a great shot. Oh, I got you. Really got expensive. Okay, that makes sense. Man, I didn't quite get what I want. Yeah, most of them don't print. I've had a few people ask me, the heck? No, I don't want to do that one. I actually do have a Canon printer one that's meant for photos. I've used it, on occasion. I'll have somebody ask me if I'll print it out for them, and I'll do that, and I'll charge them, a few extra dollars. And it is always good. You know, to print some of your stuff out every once in a while just to see how things are looking. Maybe hang them up around your house so you can get so you're looking at them quite a bit. Let's go back to this. And if you keep looking at them, you can look at them and go, hey, I like how that looks. Or you can say, man, that really isn't as good as I thought it was. It's like this isn't a great image either. Because she's got her head way back. Now, okay, volleyball people, I need your input. I want to know something here. In my opinion, she should have never gotten herself in this position to have to hit the ball over her head. Is that correct? Seems like it's counterintuitive. You shouldn't have to go this way backwards. Now, yes, maybe someone else hit the ball and it went the wrong direction, but still, it seems like this should not happen. What do you think, volleyball people? Oh, look, they're clapping a little bit now, finally. But they're still not going crazy, though. This one, what I would do with this, though, I would edit it and I will put it in a portfolio because you never know. You just never know. I can just get, so I can get all of them right there and there. It'd be no problem. Oops. All right, Figgy. You should never hit backwards. See, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I know, Sean. You're like me. You just shoot. That's why I was asking the question. Because I know Figgy used to play volleyball. She was like a top-notch player. So let's have a little fun with this one. Let's add some nice, fun clarity. Let's pump up some colors to it. Get rid of my highlights. Yeah, that's good right there. So let me show you guys. If I can find it. Go here, go here. Oh, nope, that's the wrong spot. And I'll show you what these student section did during the game. It's really, really fun. And it's real quick. Oop, that's soccer. We don't want to do soccer tonight. All right. Okay, you ready for this, guys? Here we go. It's going to be fast. If it loads fast, that is. Come on, there we go. That's what they did. So they actually did do something. So one more time. Here we go. Rah! 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 Yeah, so they had fun. So now we're getting kind of to the warm-up section. Still 1/1000s, f2.8, 180 millimeters. ISO just stayed at 5,000. No auto ISO this time. No experimenting. She looks so serious. Drop the color down just a little bit. A little clarity. Yeah, it's pretty good. We can keep that one. All right. All right, Sean, take your phone call. Come on back. I'll probably be here for a little bit longer yet. All right, what do we got? What do we got? That's after that one's kind of not any good. Same with that one. Let's go back over here. We'll keep this one, though. This one I like. This one we can just kind of go right in. Let's see, let's put them on this side here. Now, the big question is, do you go all the way in and get rid of her head? And we can go right in there really nice and tight. Hey, Third Rock. Just got here. Where you been? Man, we've just been flying through these images. Well, since you just got here, let me update you on a couple things. Tonight, I am editing JPEGs straight out of the camera. And I'm using the Windows photo app that comes with the Windows system. So we're doing like really quick edits. So I can show you if you really need to, you can do some real quick edits. If you need to get images pushed out to newspapers, to media, to the public, whatever you need. This is a fast way to do it instead of using Lightroom, which can take a little bit of more time. So yeah, that's all we got going on. We missed you. We're just going to bring this one all the way in nice and tight like that. I'm going to drop clarity on this one. It's a little. So yeah, tonight I'm not adding any noise reduction. We're going for speed. It's a speed round. So Third Rock, were you shooting the game or were you playing in the game is the question. Oh, that's great news, Sean. Good job. See, I told you you're going to be a millionaire. I actually kind of like this one because you have the straight shot. Her eyes are looking directly where they should be looking. I kind of like that. So I'm going to edit this one, if nothing else, just for me, because I like it. Hey, come on up. Let's tighten it in just a little bit. Like I said, I'm editing this one for me because I kind of like it. It's got a little bit of motion blur in it. It's not too bad. Wow. Now this one, her uniform looks really darker red or brighter red than it should. I'm not really liking that. So for the most part, this program does a really good job. Like I said, if you're going for quickness, this is definitely a way to go. But sometimes you need a little more in-depth type editing, like Lightroom would give you. But, you know, like I said, tonight's all about speed. See how fast we can do some images. Oh, that would be so cool. Gwinnett Stripers. What a name. Farm team for the Atlanta Braves. That is great. For a while, I lived in Salt Lake City, Utah. We used to go see the Buzz. And when they were a farm team for somebody, I don't remember who. But tickets were cheap. You could get close to the players. It was a blast. And what else is there to do in Salt Lake, right? Unless you're going to go out hiking every single day. Not much else to do. All right, that's gone. That one's gone. No. So I told you I always give myself like a challenge every season. My challenge is to get a good shot from behind like this. If that makes any sense at all. Because I think it's kind of a cool dynamic shot. It's not one that would be used like in newspapers or anything, unless you had a specific story about this individual or the team. Yeah, it's not going to be much. It's just mostly for me. And that way it kind of keeps my mind a little bit more onto the game as well. So I'm always looking for different types of shots. This one, unfortunately, the ball's not quite in there. So let's move on. We won't worry about this one. Not quite what I'm looking for. All right, cancel. Don't care about that one. So let's check our settings. We still are at 1/1000th of a second, f2.8, ISO of a 5000. And again, in case you missed it, Sony a7 IV, along with the Tamron 70 to 180 lens for all this. Yeah, let's see what's going on with this one. We'll edit it and see how it looks. I think I have too many things running. This program's a little bit slower than usual tonight. Streaming's taking a lot out of it. It's working it hard. Guess I better upgrade my processor and graphics card. If the graphics cards get cheap enough, that is. I was really hoping to build another PC soon, but unless those prices drop, that's not going to happen. The coin toss for volleyball, they don't do a coin toss for volleyball in high school here. Now, I've shot football game coin tosses all the time. This one's cool, but her hand's cut off. I'm not going to use that one. There we go. This is one we'll use, though. Let me see something. Okay. Come on. Ooh, what'd I do? Hit a button I shouldn't have hit. Okay, let's try this again here. No, they don't. There's no need to. Not for volleyball. I'm going to go nice and tight on this one. Now, if I was using Lightroom on some of these, I would be adding a little bit of noise reduction because I can see it could use it. Just a little bit. When you zoom in a little bit, it kind of comes out. Not terrible. Some people probably wouldn't even notice it. But I do. Do a quick save on that one as well. Coin toss for volleyball. That's interesting. Not seen that done. Even when I shot in Arizona, I don't remember them doing a coin toss. I think this is a cool shot. I like this one. So let's edit this and see what we come up with. Again, quick little crop, enhance my photo, one little button click, and next thing you know, you have a finished image. 10 seconds. I figured it determines who serves first, but yeah, I've never seen a coin toss in high school volleyball. All righty. Oops, stop doing that. On this type of image, you have a couple of choices. You could crop in really tight just to get that. Or I know some players, they like seeing how high they can jump. They like seeing the height. So then you have to decide which one you want to do. So I think for this one, I'm just going to leave this one as it is. It'd be more dynamic if I zoomed in, but I'm going to stay out on this one. A gaming computer from Micro Center. Yeah, they got some good stuff. Customer service from Dell Computers got her money back and said, screw it. I can build 2 computers for the price of one that they were charging. It's like, let's move on. That's just ridiculous. All right. That one's kind of cool. Let's get rid of that one. Wish you would have turned just a little bit more. Would have been nice. Sean, I'm not seeing your images, Sean. They're not coming through. So I can't look at them. And I have no way of changing that on the fly. Yeah, big button push there. All righty. That's a fun one too, but we already got one. That one, the focus just missed, which is fine. That's okay. Nothing great, though. Yeah, we'll just do both of them just for fun. Need a drink. Hey, that sounds like a good idea. Nice, cool beverage. We'll put both of them in this one. And again, some of these aren't necessarily dynamic images. There is a chance like a newspaper might pick it up or the parents might purchase it. So when I edit, I'm always thinking of all this stuff. I'm not just focused on one specific aspect of the picture and what it might lead to. All right. Save that one. I'm going to edit the next one as well. It's basically the same image, just a little bit different positioning of the ball and that. So again, the Windows Photo app, I just do that. Then I click the little button. And boom, it's done. Don't have to do any more to this image. That one I just missed, but you know what? We can still edit this one. Anybody got anything fun planned this week? Any games you're going to go shoot maybe, or anything fun and exciting? Last night I actually went and saw the off-Broadway play Hamilton. That was pretty cool. It's actually quite fun. Okay, that was close to what I was looking for. See, that's kind of what I'm trying to get is this type of shot right now. Just for me, just for my own personal shooting challenge that I give myself. That one's not bad. I kind of like that. Let's edit that one real fast. Yeah, Third Rock. There seems to be a hurricane coming. Yeah, I heard a little bit about that. It's kind of causing a little havoc, wreaking destruction. Don't go there, my friend. I don't want you going there. Self-preservation. You got to take care of yourself sometimes. Okay, so what I might want to do with this one is kill the color. A little more clarity. Where is? I'm going to drop the shadows. Drop some highlights. And it's getting there. A little more exposure. Now see, there we go. That's my artistic shot. Close to what I'm thinking of. Actually, Hamilton, yeah, the version we saw was incredible. The best play I've ever seen was Wicked. And then probably, what's the other one we saw? I can't really think of the name of it. Biggie, help me. What was the other one? I can't remember. But yeah, it worked out really well. It does have a lot of rapping in it. And sometimes it was hard to understand what they said because they were speaking so quickly. And I think the audio could have been, adjusted just a little bit better. But it was quite an enjoyable show. Packed house. Everybody was there. Everybody, it seemed, was there. Sweeney Todd. That's right. Sweeney Todd. That one was really cool the way they did that one. Well, Third Rock, I hope everybody stays safe. That'd be something. I've never been through a hurricane. That would be kind of crazy scary, it seems like. Not quite what I want, but I'm keeping it. Well, yeah, they had some rapping in it, and then they also had some just other music. You're like, wait a minute. It's like a 60s style song. It's in there. It was actually very entertaining the way they did the whole production. And it wasn't one where they stopped after each little segment and they set up the stage again. No, this was a moving type stage where the other cast and crew, the other cast was bringing in chairs and desks and stuff, and the center stage would rotate, and they would kind of put different spots, different like a desk on one side, while the other guy's talking here, and slowly he's walking. Next thing you know, he's right with the desk. So it's kind of cool. I didn't even know what to expect, so being there was pretty fun. All right, Sean, no preaching here. It's all about sports photography, my brother. Okay, it's not quite doing what I want it to do. So let's get rid of that one. Yeah, they weren't looking very happy. I don't want that one. Okay, so here's some images I've been waiting to show you guys. You've been through several hurricanes? That's scary. I've been through fires, huge forest fires, but never a hurricane. Okay, so cool thing about this shot right here. So you know the camera I've been using, right? And the lens. So I'm still using the exact same camera, exact same lens, but I'm using the crop factor on the Sony a7 IV. So now this isn't zoomed in. Well, it's at 180 millimeters, but it's what I've been shooting with pretty much the entire time. But now I'm just cropped in. So I'm using a different part of the sensor instead of the full sensor. So it's almost like having a 270 zoom or something like that. So I was waiting to show you these and actually look at them myself to see how they turned out. Yeah, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, they just disappeared on me. Let's see, where are we at? All right. So I clicked the wrong button and closed it. There we go. There we go. So yeah. They do the crop thing, yeah. So it's pretty cool what they can do. So you're still using the same sensor, just using, the different section of it, not the full sensor, which can come in very handy. Speaking of hands, let's get rid of that hand right there if we can, shall we? All right, we'll leave it in there. So it's kind of fun to try out. I used it in football once, and I really like how it performed. All right, figure we'll be here probably. I'll be here for a little bit longer anyway. Oh, hey, Third Rock. Yeah, all right. Yeah, no problem, man. Head out. I'm probably trying to make Mondays my streaming night so we can go over images and just kind of have fun. So how many picks do I take a game? Okay, what type of game are we talking about? Because volleyball, if you say a game is 3 sets or 5 sets, that's going to make a difference. For this one, there were 3 sets. I took about 640 images. Okay, I don't care for that one. I'm not like most photographers. I don't just hold down that shutter button and take thousands of images, because that's thousands of images I have to edit later. As you can see, the coach wasn't very happy here. I'm not going to keep any of those. Again, this right here is using the crop factor of the Sony A7 IV. So let's get rid of the kill those highlights. Exposure is a little bit off on that one. I do want to put some clarity into it. That's a cute little photo. I like that one right there. Oh yeah, anytime, Third Rock. Yeah, come on back. Like I said, I'm trying to make Monday my stream night. We can just talk about stuff, and you can watch me edit photos, ask questions, and I can explain my theories and thoughts. So have a good evening. Yeah, never much burst mode. There's certain times, like if you pay attention to the game long enough, whether you shoot it or not, it doesn't matter. You'll see certain flows, ebbs and flows in the games to where something's happening and you need to get a burst. Maybe 10 images, 7 to 10 images. Other than I usually do maybe 3. Just a quick little burst. You never usually have to do a lot except for in certain circumstances. Yes, like for a football game, I may end up shooting maybe 700, 800 at the most, if that. I do have other photography professionals. They'll do like 2,000-3,000 in a football game. I ask them why. Why would you do that to yourself? I'm gonna call that good. Yeah, I haven't gotten any good spikes through the net, over the net from the other side because they just can't jump high enough. The girls that I've been seeing and dealing with, they can't get up high enough to give me that type of shot. I'd like that to happen. That's part of why I move around a lot of different locations, different positions, but sometimes they don't cooperate very well. When I shot some of the college games, that was a little different. I could get some of those type of shots. But see, even that one, she's barely over the net. Granted, she's at an angle coming from behind, but still. I don't care about those or those. No. I got a couple of her. Let's see what these look like. And the good thing when I'm shooting for either team, it doesn't matter whether I'm shooting from behind one team but catching the blocks from the other side, or if it's vice versa. It's all the same to me. I'm just taking photos. If they like them, they like them. That's the key part. Just wanted to look at this one a little bit. Throw a little vanilla on it. That makes it look interesting. A little vanilla. Yeah, let's just keep that just for fun. We'll get up tight and personal on this one. There we go. Yeah, see, I'm not really do and don't like this one. So let's call that good. But yeah, but you can see that they're most of these girls couldn't jump high enough to get above the net to really spike it. Yeah, you always give your card to the opposing team. Like we've talked about newspapers, because they aren't really sending anybody out to report anymore. They just can't afford it. And then what I usually do is I have a gallery set up for media only. Oh, wow, that looks terrible. I don't like that. Because the media, the newspapers I deal with can't pay up front. Now, I don't think it was Gaussian blur, not on that one. A lot of newspapers, they won't pay you up front. So you have to bill them later. So what I do is I set up a gallery just for the media that they have access to, and then give them like 5 photos to choose from, and they can pick whichever ones they want. And then the gallery will notify me what images were picked. And then I can bill them for those images. And then I will also make sure I get a copy of the newspaper that the images were in. Every once in a while, they're like, well, we didn't use your image. Yeah, you did. Let me show you. So why can't they pay up front? Because that's not how they operate. They don't pay up front for any of that stuff. So see, I finally got this girl over the net, but she's barely above the net to spike it. Yeah, newspapers are definitely a different beast. Newspapers and other media outlets, they operate differently than you would expect. So you don't get paid up front usually. I bill them $20 per photo, which is cheap. But in the current market, that's what I can get. I've tried more and it just doesn't work. So but they're usually pretty good at, taking care of me and getting me paid pretty quickly. Usually. And we'll leave it at that. But then again, if I ever do have any problems, I just stopped doing business with them. That's the one. So do this one. I don't even really need to do this. I can just keep that like that. And some of these shots, I try and get a nice vertical shot like this. Because sometimes the newspapers, they want more of a horizontal, and they don't want vertical shots. They want a nice horizontal that might be able to take up a spread in the newspaper. Or some media, they want it for like their main headline shot for the article. So you got to think about those things as well, shooting different types of styles, different types of images. See, like here now we have them before the game. You always get shots like this. Yeah, we'll do this one right here. Or do that one. Yeah, let's do this one. Yeah, it might not be flattering. I did ask somebody who shot volleyball about that, and they said there shouldn't be a problem. I've only had one girl complain about the shot that I took. It was a basketball shot, and she was just getting a rebound. Just an average rebound, nothing exciting, and she didn't like it. Like, I never responded to her. I had no reason to. It's like, oh well. Now, if it would have been unflattering, I would have done something about it, but it was not unflattering at all. Not necessarily reverse order. It's just how they got called into my program. Because when I pull them out of my off of my SD card, and I just select them all and give them a name, and it does what they want, and it will move them around in different orders. Different orders? Different order. And for me, it doesn't matter. I'm just editing. Then once I'm done with all of these, what I will do is I'll go through and pick out my favorites, ones I think are the best, and contact newspapers with them and work on creating galleries, which I can always do a stream about how I create my galleries if you guys are interested. Ooh, well, it got really bright. Dang. All right, drop those highlights. Exposure down just a little bit. See, that's good to go right there. Don't even have to do much. Working and going to meetings. Man. What kind of hobbies do you have then? It sounds like you're always working. Yeah, please take a vacation. Get some you time in. Gotta have that every once in a while. So what are these shot at? Take a look in a second. Oops, don't want to do that. I wanted to do this. Do this. Yeah, that's true. I could see that. Quick little huddle shot. Ah, I got you, Sean. I see what you're saying. This is a shot I actually really like. I saw this right after I took it. I like it because they are just millimeters apart from fist bumping. You can't see who they're fist bumping, but I know who they're fist bumping. That's all that matters. So this one deserves a custom crop. No, blink. And there we go. That one's done as well. All right. And the fist bumping the officials is basically who they're fist bumping. We got this crazy image, which I Yeah, if she wasn't there, I'd kind of like it a little more, so I'm not going to do that one. I don't care about that one. That one's kind of fun. I like this one. Yeah, no tunnels around these parts. Just come off the bench. Never seen volleyball come out of a tunnel to be introduced. I need to get out more, I think, right? Get out and explore the world a little more. And there we go. That is it. That's all the images I got. Wow, that was pretty fast. Yeah, they love diving shots. They like being part of all the action. So if you go here now, we are down to... So I started with about 40 images. So now we're down to 70. 40. We had about 435 images, I should say. So that, we cut it down to 70 in just like 2 hours. And they must do it different. Yeah, they must really do it differently because Oregon, I've shot in Oregon and Arizona, and both of those states do everything almost exactly the same way. Hey, thanks, Sean. Hopefully it was kind of informative for you to see that, you know, it's a lot of times you don't have to spend a long time editing a photo. Some of them I could have, but it's one of those I want to show you, you know, you can do something a little faster if you need to get things pushed out to the public a little bit faster. And not all these are going to end up in a gallery. Somehow I'll decide later because I'll go back and look at these like tomorrow, next couple of days, and just look at them one more time and go, yeah, I'm not feeling that. I'm not going to put that one out, but. All right, so that would be it for this evening. Thanks everybody for joining me. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Like I said, I'm going to try and make every Monday be my streaming night, and I'll do some more editing photos, or maybe sometime we'll just kind of sit and chat and talk about whatever you guys want to. I'm always down with that. Hey, I just made a rhyme, chatting that. I guess Hamilton's paying off. It's kind of sunk into my head to rhyme and rap. That's kind of funny. Yeah, so anyway, again, thank you for joining me. I appreciate each and every one of you for dropping by. Thanks, Viggy. Thanks, Sean. Now, who else did we have here? We had Third Rock, if I remember correctly, right? And then I had, what else did we have? There's Third Rock. Yeah, we said it bye to him. And I had, what was his name? What was their name? I forgot their name. Hey, Brian, what's going on? Hey, yeah. You are welcome for the information. I've got a little bit of information. I've learned a few things in my years of being around here. Maybe not tons. Yeah, I could chat, not type. Probably wouldn't do Zoom. I would probably have you guys get into Discord and we can just chat right there. Be easier for me. So what happened to... I know I'm missing somebody. I can't think of who it was. All right, anyway. He knows who he is, and I appreciate him showing up as well. Oh, Paul. Paul was here. That's right. And the other guy. And Robson or something like that. I need to start writing this stuff down because it's not showing up in my chat. All right, everybody, we are going on 2 hours now. Hopefully you enjoyed all this. I'm going to take off and go get some other things done. Appreciate each and every one of you. Stay safe out there. And don't forget, get out and shoot.